Well, I guess it's time for us to switch focus from the Reggae Boys to the Reggae Girls. Not that we have a choice, really, because we should be supporting all teams Jamaican. But with the recent underwhelming performances from a quote unquote star studded lineup, we need something to focus on. Seriously. The Reggae Boys won't be in competitive action again until March and have been brought down a level to match with St. Vincent and the Grenadines. After all, we've struggled against Cuba, barely got past Honduras and Nicaragua, and we were humiliated by the United States. We'll soon talk about that. For now, however, the Reggae Girls have a pair of games against South Africa in Montego Bay this Friday and Monday. The fans turned up in their numbers, around 20,000, to watch what was supposed to be a good Reggae Boys lineup at the National Stadium. Question is, who will fill up Catherine Hall? Will the girls play in an empty stadium? Here's a good reason to turn up. One of the best strikers in the women's game anywhere in the world, Khadija Bunny Shaw. Shaw is named in the squad, making a return to national duty after more than a year out. She has been and seems to be always in form. Her latest exploits, a Champions League brace for Manchester City in a 2-1 win over Hammarby.
Here's Bunny Shaw, sets herself, terrific strike! Bunny Shaw with her second on the night to put Manchester City back ahead.
The win put Manchester City through to the next round of the Champions League as they sit atop Group D with a perfect 12 points from 4 games to include a win over Barcelona. Shaw is Jamaica's all-time leading goal scorer, and we hope she will lead the team to breaking an all-too-long winless streak, which is about 17. The team's last win being a 1-0 effort over Panama in the group stage at the World Cup. But remember though, Jamaica was not able to field a full-strength team over that period because the JFF found a way to be in conflict with their most successful team ever, which led to a boycott by the players. But remember, Mikel Antonio said they're now doing better.
They've turned around and they're trying to make a change, so there's obviously other things that need to be stepped up on and stuff like that, so we ain't going to say it's perfect, but they're trying more now.
So let's see. Back to Shaw, however. If you turned up to see any or all of the Reggae Boys, then turning up to see Shaw is as good an option. 8 goals, 1 assist in 7 games for City so far this domestic season, and 5 and 5 in the Champions League. Nominated for the Women's Ballon d'Or, the Golden Boot for the 2023-24 domestic season, all-time top goal scorer for Manchester City, as well as Jamaica's all-time top goal scorer for both men and women. The Jamaican striker finished her first season at City with 16 goals. At the end of the 22-23 season, she made history by scoring 31 goals in 30 games in all competitions. Shaw scored 21 goals in just 18 WSL appearances in the 23-24 season, outpacing all other players in the English top flight. In doing so, she became the first Manchester City player to win the Golden Boot in the club's decade-long WSL history. Shaw's incredible consistency saw her average a goal every 66 minutes, with a scoring rate of 1.36 goals per 90 minutes. You know, her unrivaled goal tally across 23-24 earned her the Barclays Women's Super League Golden Boot. Unsurprisingly, the 27-year-old was named Player of the Year at the 2024 Women's Football Awards. She apparently received a resounding 53% of the vote for the Football Writers Association Women's Footballer of the Year. With Manchester City, she's a League Cup winner and was voted Player of the Season for the club as top scorer in the 2022-23 season. Of course, we can't forget that she led us to not 1 but 2 World Cup finals and even a World Cup second round. Now tell me, when you think the Reggae Boys with all these names will get back to the World Cup? We can't even compete in the Nations League. Now, on the evidence of the misery in Missouri I don't see it. But I guess miracles do happen. Now, for the second leg against the USA, it seems as if we sent our best Manning and a D-Cup 11 to play the game. The first half was painful. Watching the game, I couldn't help but to think that team sports is just not a Jamaica thing. Track and field, yes, because it's pretty much individual. Just you against everybody else. In a team sport like football, all 11 have to be on one accord, knowing where to be, when to be, and have, one mindset. That first half was a debacle. There was simply no interest in playing the game. And it's unbelievable that with all the big name players, professional from all the biggest leagues, we can't put together a solid performance that resembles players with knowledge and skill. I mean, how do you analyze this game? Where to start? Who played good? All right, so Leon Bailey showed glimpses of skills and willingness to, play. But twice he looked like he was wearing sneakers.
Gray has Leon Bailey in the middle. Bailey slips it.
Get the ball and boop, on the ground. But then when he did pick up a ball and beat 1, 2, or 3, the outlet pass was missing, as if nobody knew where to be. Shamar Nicholson running around like him lose him shadow, trying to get the midfield to get the pass and make a forward, to get the ball rather and make a forward pass. Jamaica could not put together a sequence of 5 to 6 passes before the ball was either taken away or given away. Damian Lowe, he tried. No wonder he came off injured. He was one of the only ones who seemed to want to play the game. Well, may I tell you, Jamaica made the ball look like it hot. Scorching. I wonder if that's why 2 players lost their passports.
Mikel Antonio and Kaheen Dixon, both of them lost passports, and it was too late to get new ones and to get visas to come over here, so they are missing. I
mean, how on God's earth you lose a passport? As an international traveler, that's your most invaluable asset. No. Somebody tell me. So the second half saw the changes come to save face, and it seemed the true starting 11 came on in the second half. Was it a ploy to save those players for when the USA was tired? I mean, Cephas, I have to like him because he always wanted to take the ball and run at the defense. And you see what happened? Yes, chance, boom, goal.
Cephas coming forward, cutting it in. Cephas saved! Parried back in the middle! Jamaica scores!
Isaac Hayden, where were you in the first half? So he came to life in the second, and what happened?
Something on here's the cross comes in. Damari Gray scores! 1 back for Jamaica. After nothing in the first half, they find something to go their way in half number 2. Credit Isaac Hayden coming forward.
Well, as I've said before, the coach doesn't seem to be under any delusion.
And you're out on the field, you have to be able to deal with the ball under pressure. And they did it better than we did. And it's something we need to develop in our game. And something that we will, if we want to progress to the next stage and get to the level that we want and to qualify for the World Cup 26, we have to be able to not only defend with spirit and be aggressive, but the key in the modern game is to be able to deal with the ball, and the USA in the first half especially did it better than us.
Yes, these performances cannot dominate even the weak CONCACAF. I will keep saying it. We have to improve the ball possession numbers in order to look like any semblance of an ambitious team. This that is on display cannot and should not qualify for the World Cup. And I'm also sure CONCACAF would be disappointed if that style of play made it deep into any of its tournaments. So, McLaren now knows what he's up against, and he has until March to get it right. The Reggae Boyz will not be in competitive action again until then. After being eliminated from the Nations League in the quarterfinals, they are now among 14 countries that will have to earn their spots in the Gold Cup through home and away playoffs. Can you imagine that? The thing watered down. Anyway, until then, let's get excited about the only Jamaica team to have visited the World Cup in recent times. Not once, but twice, and even made a second round. Show up for the girls. Let's give them some support. Yeah? Bless.